ended up playing on 3 world champion New York Yankee teams in his 11-year Major League career before coming to the Oakland A.
Please welcome third base coach Earl Foran and Mike Diego.
Our next honoree was one of baseball's top relief pitchers in the American League. One season he had a perfect 7-win, no-loss record in Kansas City with the A's. He was named A's pitching coach in 1973 and was considered one of the best pitching coaches in baseball. And without a doubt, ask the players, they'll tell you he was the best batting practice pitcher in history.
Please welcome pitching coach Wes Stock and Kurt Young.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the players for the 1973 World Champion Oakland A. The first one came to the A's late in the season and had a limited number of at-bats. But in his 4th game, he hit a home run off Nolan Ryan. And of the 8 hits he had as a member of the Athletics, 2 were home runs, 1 a triple, and 4 doubles.
Please welcome first baseman Pat Bork and Nate Friedman.
Our next person was a 5-year Major League veteran with the Red Sox, the Brewers, and he came to the A's late in the season. But he joined the team in time to become a very important in leading the team to the World Series as an outfielder.
This man, please welcome outfielder Billy Canigliaro and Seth Smith.
Our next player was an American League All-Star in 1967 and a member of all 3 of the A's World Championship teams. And although he had to miss the 1972 series due to an injury, he more than made up for it in 73. He came out of the bullpen to set a World Series record that will stand forever. He is the only man to pitch in all 7 games of a World Series. And he actually recorded the save in the championship Game 7. Earlier, he got what he called the biggest out of his career, striking out Rusty Staub in the 8th inning of Game 6.
Please welcome pitcher Darrell Noel and Ryan Cook.
Here's another 3-time starter with the A's. He played 3 positions and was in over 100 games as a utility man. He was called Smooth for his fielding skill, and he scored the winning run in the 11th inning of Game 3 of the 73 World Series.
Please welcome infielder Ted Kubiak and Adam Lozano.
This next player overcame a slow start to the season by pitching sensational baseball in August and September when it counted the most. He pitched 24 innings, allowing only 4 earned runs during that stretch. He racked up a 1.80 run average in the playoffs.
Please welcome starting pitcher Blue Odom and Derek Butler.
And now a very prominent member of all 3 world championships, a 6-time All-Star, Cy Young, an MVP award winner, and he won 20 games for his 1973 team. In the last half of the season, he won 6 straight games and finished with an 11-win, 2-loss stretch down the stretch, pitching 13 complete games for the year and 263 innings.
Please welcome starting pitcher number 35, Lionel Blue.
Next up, another left-handed pitcher. He won 21 games and had sensational success in the playoffs and World Series. He won Game 3 of the playoffs against Baltimore 2-1, allowing only 3 hits. In the World Series, he won Game 1 over the Mets 2-1. And with no designated hitter allowed in that series, he himself hit a big double, having to make his first slide ever at second base. Then in Game 7, he had another big double, and he was the winning pitcher in Game 7. In 2 years with the A's, he won 40 games.
Please welcome starting pitcher Ken Walshman and Greg Anderson.
And now here he comes in from a familiar location, from where he became a 7-time All-Star and a very strong force on all 3 World Championship teams as the game's most dominant closer. He was good enough to be named to baseball's prestigious Hall of Fame. In 1973, he saved Game 2 in the playoffs and went into 2 games, including Game 7 of the World Series, as early as the 6th inning. And it was hold of Wally Finger's time until the 9th.
Now entering from the bullpen, Wally Finger.
I suppose age will go to all of us. He used to run in from the bullpen. Now the starters of the 1973 World Series champions who will be taking their position. Every championship team must have a good catcher. And the A's traded for this man 1 week before the end of spring training. He was a 2-time All-Star in Cleveland. And he became a leader for the A's in 2 World Championship years. He was a 2-time Gold Glove Award winner, and he showed us why by throwing out 4 of the 5 attempted base stealers in the Baltimore playoff series. And by the way, who will ever forget his famous tagout of Bud Harrelson at home plate in Game 2 of the World Series? The Mets certainly never forgot it, and now he's an outstanding analyst on the A's TV network. And now, once and for all, Ray, if you really tagged out Bud Harrelson, raise your hand. This guy's fantastic performance in the 1972 World Series is still talked about at every year's reviews of the top performers when he hit 4 home runs against Cincinnati. He was a very big reason for the success of all 3 A's World Championships. And that includes the 1973 season, when he played both first base and catcher. And he had a very big hit in Game 5 of the playoffs.
Please welcome first baseman Gene Temis with Brandon West.
All Athletics fans will recognize this player. He played 12 years for the A's and turned in some of the best defensive plays of any player to ever wear the green and gold. He always seemed to know where to be on every ball that was hit. He made a game-saving play in Game 1 of the World Series. And he's another one of those players who has 3 World Series rings with the A's.
Please welcome second baseman Dick Green and Eric Soren.
And it is for sure that every winning team must have a good leader. And the A's felt they had one of the very best. In his 6 years with the A's, he played in all 162 games of the season 3 different times. And in the other 3 years, over 150 games. He drove in 98 runs, hit 288, and scored 97 runs for this 1973 team. And his great production kept going in the playoffs where he hit 2 homers in Game 2. He always seemed to be able to drive in the biggest runs of the game. And he was voted by players in the American League as the best third baseman in the league.
On, please welcome third baseman, Captain Sal Bando. And Josh Donaldson.
You might recognize the fact that manager Melvin wanted to wear Sal Bando's number 6. and now one of the most exciting players ever to play for the A's. He led the American League 6 times in stolen bases. He once hit 3 triples in a game. And he was the first player in Major League history to play all 9 positions in one game. That happened to the A's in Kansas City. But it was with the Oakland A's that he really put on some incredible performances. In the 73 playoffs, he led off Game 2 with a home run. In Game 3, he hit a home run to win the game in the 11th inning. In the World Series, his stolen base led to the winning run. In Game 3, his hit in the 11th inning again won a game. And in Game 7 of the World Series, he hit a dinger in the 3rd inning to set the tone for the A's to nail down another World Championship. Please welcome
Shortstop, York Metz.
Entering from center field is one of the steadiest players ever for the A's. He was a member of all 3 World Championships and was outstanding in the field and at the plate. He had a very big home run in the playoffs in Game 2 in the World Series. And he made another one of those fantastic catches in Shea Stadium with the leap against the fence, which many others thought was as good or better than the one he made to save the game in the 72 World Series. But in Game 3,